Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with a new topic, that is our grammar topic, noun. Very first topic it is parts of speech. Other topics are also there. Parts of speech, everybody must be aware. Parts of speech में you have noun, pronoun, adverb, verb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection. There are 8 parts of speech. Okay, noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, verb, conjunction, interjection. So noun is a very first parts of speech. Okay, we'll write the definition. What is noun? Whenever you name, noun is a word used to name any person, thing, animal. You have been learning in your smaller grade, so we are just revising it. Okay, noun is a word used to name any person, place, animal or thing. Whenever you want to name any person, place, animal, thing, so you have to use any word. Okay, any word you are going to call out somebody, any word you are going to use to name it. Okay, so it is called noun. The word which is you are going to use to name any person, place, animal or thing is known as noun. It's a parts of speech, right? Now there are 5 kinds of noun we have here. Countable and uncountable noun, for that another video I have made. Okay, and here I will be taking first, as I have written here, common noun. For noun only n I am writing because here kinds of nouns I have written. Then you have proper noun. Right, then abstract noun, little up I will write. Then we have collective noun, and the last one is material noun. Here, as all the words were coming together, so I have written up and down, so do not get confused. Okay, I hope it is clear, everyone. Right? So common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, collective noun, material noun. So I said that different words we are using to name a person, animal, thing. Okay, but there are also different kinds are there. So let us take first type, common noun. Common noun is a name which is given in common to everyone. Like if I'll say common noun, say students. So many students are there. So students, student, common noun. Rivers, right? So that is the common noun. We said teacher is a common noun. Doctor. Correct? Then for example we can write here. So that is common noun. Commonly it is any boy or a girl also you can write common noun. Boy or girl. Common noun. First type we have seen. Let us see next type, proper noun. Proper noun is a name of a particular place, person, thing, animal. Proper noun, for example, my name, Janvi. So that is a proper noun. Everybody is not, all the teachers' name is not Janvi. Same way your name. So any proper name, let's say for example, place New York. There are not many New York. There is only one New York. India is only one. Not many countries are known by India. Correct? Then we have Let us say the proper noun Sahil. Everybody's name is not Sahil, proper noun, correct? Then we say any mountain name, you can say Himalaya. All the mountains are not Himalayas. Particular mountain name is Himalaya, correct? Then one more name. So animal name will write tiger. So they are the proper noun, correct? Animal, so they are common noun, the tiger. Now, abstract noun. What is abstract noun? Is the name of idea, quality and action. Any idea that we are talking about, any quality of any person or any animal or anything we are talking about, but particularly the name of something we can't touch, see, smell and taste. यहाँ पे how you will identify what is abstract noun? Abstract noun something which does not exist. We can say okay, this is like for example, through example you will come to know honesty, happiness, honesty, kindness. So kindness, happiness, wisdom, these are the qualities or ideas. Okay, I was very sad yesterday. So this is something sad. I cannot show you that thing. This is my sad thing. Something I cannot touch. Something I can feel. Okay, wisdom, kindness, honesty. Something we cannot touch, feel. Something we cannot smell, touch or see. That is to be felt. Okay, so idea hai, quality hai, any action is there. That is known as the abstract noun. Okay, abstract, something you can't tangible see and see with your eyes or touch with your hand. Correct? Those ideas are known as wisdom. Now one more I will write here: honesty, kindness, wisdom, laughter, laughter is not a thing that we can see. Okay, this is laughter. No, there is something felt. The action, laughter is the action. Correct? Okay. Next we have collective nouns. Collective, in collection something, in group. Okay, is a name of a number or collection of person, thing, and animal. Something which is in number, in group, when people are in number, in group, animals or anything, taken together as spoken as a whole, together as a whole, as one thing, is known as collective noun. So our family, when do we say it is a family? When there are more than 2-3 members. Okay, more than 2 members, so we say it is my family. Even 3 people are there in a family, mother, father and a daughter, or mother, father and a son, so we say family. Okay, so that is family. Then army, you have so many soldiers, so that collection of people are known as army. Associations, correct. Committee, so these are the name goes for collective nouns. Now material noun. Material, something, the things. Material is the name of a particular thing. So material noun, we have table, chair, they are all material. Okay? Table, chair, pen, fan, curtains, they are all material. Correct? Now see students, this is very simple topic. I hope all of you understood what is noun. Let us revise it. After this we are going to do one exercise. I will write the sentences, then and there we will underline those words. Okay, let us see. Noun is a word used to name any person, thing, animal, place. Right? There are we have seen 5 kinds of noun: common noun, proper noun, abstract noun, collective noun and material noun. For each example we have written, okay, in common, when the names are given in common to person, thing, animal, place, name, so they are common noun. When we talk about proper noun is any one name, so that is limited to that person, animal or thing. Everybody's name is not same. Like New York, so it's one country. Sahil, name of a boy. Tiger, Himalaya, right? Abstract noun is the name of idea. Any quality is there, idea is there, action is there. Something we cannot see, something we cannot touch, okay, but we can feel it. There are many words, many ideas, qualities. Like all ideas and quality, you don't have to see your sadness, your happiness. That is to be felt. Wisdom has to be like it is seen when somebody acts. That yes, he is a person of wisdom. Correct? So honesty is not, you can't see that yes, honesty is going there. No, honesty has to be felt, is presented in somebody's behavior. Correct? So that way. Collective noun, a group of people, animal, person, when taken as a whole, we are say that it is a collective noun. Family hai, community hai, association hai, army hai. Correct? Then we have material noun, so anything, any particular thing is known as material. So material, we have table, chair, pen, curtains. So they are all material. So this we have seen the types. Now based on it, let us see the exercise. Okay, and let us solve it. Now let us start with the exercise where I will be writing the example here. Point out the nouns in the following sentences and say whether they are common, proper, collective, abstract or material nouns. We'll be writing, we'll be solving it simultaneously, and some of 5 sentences I'll be giving you for practice. Okay, so first we'll write here, Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. I want all of you to write together with me, okay? Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. So answer, here only will write. So very first, Jawaharlal Nehru. So it's a proper noun. Everybody's name cannot be Jawaharlal Nehru. So proper noun. Then you have Prime Minister. So Prime Minister is a common noun. And then we have India. Again India, all country cannot be India. Every country's name is different. So it is again a proper noun. Now one more thing I did not share with you. All of you must be aware. Proper noun. Okay, proper noun always starts with a capital letter in the beginning. Okay, common noun can be written if it is not written with the small letter, but proper noun always start with the first letter capital. Correct? Then second one, let us see. The boy was rewarded for his honesty. So here, boy, correct. Honesty, we have already written in our example. So answer, boy. Common noun. And then honesty. Honesty is abstract noun. Correct. Now it will take more space, so what I need to do, I need to rub it also. Suppose if I complete this much space, so I hope all of you are writing with me. Okay, go on writing with me, so that by the time we complete this side, okay, I will have to rub here. Correct? Okay. Third one. Third sentence. He gave me an apple. Me an apple. So here only one name we have, noun we have. So apple is, it's a common noun or proper noun? Who will tell me? It's a common noun. Okay. Fourth one. I recognized his voice at once. His voice at once. So again, here only how many nouns are there? Only one noun. I recognize. I is a pronoun, verb, pronoun again. So voice. So voice is a something we cannot touch, see. That is abstract noun. You can hear, okay, you can feel or hear, that is abstract noun. Then fifth one. You should never tell a lie. Here only one noun we have, other all no nouns we have only one. So answer is lie. What is that word? It's a again abstract noun. Then sixth one. Wisdom is better than riches. Wisdom is better than riches. So here we have, how many nouns we have first of all? We have here two nouns, okay, wisdom and riches. So I hope all of you must be aware of wisdom, abstract noun. Riches also abstract noun. Okay, I made a mistake. I will write here like this. No, correct. First I will write the name. So for both we will write abstract noun. Then seventh one. Okay, so all sentences will come, no problem. Yes, seventh one is, he is on the jury. He is on the jury. So again, how many nouns we have here? We have only one noun. He is pronoun, here we have this verb and noun. So jury is your noun, and jury of many members we have. In jury we have many members. So collective noun. Jury is a collective noun. Eighth one. See, right now I am discussing with you. Last 5 sentences I will give you for practice. Okay, eighth one. Silver and gold are precious metals. And gold are precious metals. I hope all of you are writing with me. So here answer. First of all, let us see how many names we have, how many nouns we have. Silver, gold, precious, precious is not a noun, metals is a. So here silver and gold, they are talking about particular thing. They are material noun, we can say. They are talking about some material, silver and gold. Silver, gold. So we can say that it is a material noun. Then metals. So metal, it can be many metals. Silver, gold is a metal. Other tungsten, aluminum, that is also metal. So metal will be our common noun. Metal will be our common noun. I hope all of you have understood and writing with me. Now let us take the next example. Let us write here. Ninth one. Still waters run deep. So answer here. How many nouns are given here? Only one. Waters. Water is something we can see. Correct? So what do you think? What you will write water is? Water is used, it's material also. Okay. So we can write two names. Water can be called as common noun also. We can say water is a common noun. Or we can say that water is a material noun also. Tenth one. The cackling of geese saved Rome. So here, which are the names? The cackling. The cackling is a sound that they are making. Okay. So it's a abstract noun. Cackling will come as a noun. Okay. The cackling of geese. So we'll write here. Cackling. Abstract noun. Then geese also is a noun. Geese will come as a goose, geese. Collective noun, plural form. And then you have Rome. So Rome is a name of a place. So all the places cannot be Rome. Rome can be one only. So it's a proper noun. Name of a place. Now we have completed 10 examples. I have already discussed with you. Okay students, now I hope if I'll be giving you the another example, 11 to 15, that is 5 sentences I'll be giving you for your practice. Okay, so just take it down and then you can always send me the answer. Okay, for your practice I am giving you, okay, that I am not going to discuss with you, right? So Tubal Cain was a man of might. Tubal Cain was a man of might. 12th one. I hope all of you are taking down with me. Okay, 12th one. Old habits die hard. Old habits die hard. 13th one. The early bird catches the worm. Early bird catches the worm. 14th one. It was Edison who invented the phonograph. It was Edison. It's a name. Edison who invented the phonograph. 15th one, the last one for your practice. Okay. You can't jump the ocean dry. Okay students, so 5 sentences I have given you for practice. I hope all of you have taken down with me, and this 5 sentences also you are going to write. After writing each sentence you are going to write the answers. We will be meeting in the next video. One more topic I will be covering here, that is interjection. So I will take up that also. So now we'll be seeing the next part of speech. Interjection is also a part of speech. Okay, so let us see interjection. Very small topic it is, and many a time we use these words. Interjection in our sentences. What is interjection exactly? Interjection is a word used to express our emotions. Okay, so first we'll write the definition. It's a word that shows an emotion. What type of emotion? Can be any emotion. Of surprise, shock. Sometimes we are shocked, sometimes we are surprised, anger, right? Excitement, etc. Correct? So these are the interjection is a word that shows an emotions of surprise, anger, excitement, etc. If we see the word interjection, how the word came into being, how the word is used. The word interjection comes from two Latin words. It's a Latin word, inter and jectus. Okay, so inter means between. Inter means the meaning is between, right? And what is jectus? Throne. Jectus is throne. उसका meaning है ये throne. So literally means the words which are thrown in between the sentences. Okay, the words which are thrown in between the sentences are known as interjection. Okay, why we are using these words in between the sentences? To show our emotions, emotion of surprise, anger. Okay, so different words we use. Hooray, alas, many a time you, wow, such a nice dress. Okay, oh, such a beautiful girl. Hooray. So when you say hooray, when you are excited about something, so something to express your pleasure. Correct. Then alas. Alas is this word nowadays it is not used in day-to-day life. Also we don't use, and it is only in on like sentences you will find, but it shows your expresses the sadness. Expresses sadness. Then shh. We say shh. Don't make noise. To tell somebody to be quiet. To be quiet. Something very easy, all of you can understand. Bravo. To show approval of something. You show approval also, and you show your encourage. You encourage also somebody. So you say bravo. Ah. Something like we say surprise, admiration. When we use, when you are surprised, or you use this expression to show your admiration. Oh, oh is also surprise. Sometimes we show fear. Okay, right? Something we are shocked. Fear also, right? Then wow. So wow is also when you say wow, we normally say wow when like we are amazed at something. So we can say admiring somebody. Okay. Excitement. Correct. So these are some of the expressions. Many other expressions. It is not like I have written some of the words. Okay. Some of the use of some of the words. There are many expressions we have. So I'll be giving you some of the sentences. Okay. Where how we can write it, and then 5 sentences I'll be giving you to write by yourself. Okay. So let us see this. Write the sentences. First one, our side has won. Our side has won. Now see one more thing. Whenever we are using this expression, hooray, alas, we always use exclamation mark. Have you noticed it? Whenever I am going to write here, so here exclamation mark means we are expressing our feelings, no? So this exclamation mark is there always. So here let us say dash our side has won. So you are happy, or you are sad if your side has won, maybe cricket match, football match, or volleyball, whatever. So your side has won, so you will be happy. So we can write hooray, hooray, our side has won. Correct. Then second one, hooray, A I'll write here. Okay. Then second one, dash, we have lost. We have lost. So when you are losing, when you have lost something, so you'll be happy? No. So which expression you think we should write here? Something you are sad, alas, we have lost. As I said, this expression is not used, but in books and all, you will find many expressions with alas. With day-to-day life, we don't use alas, we have lost. No. But in example, you will always find this example. Then third one, dash, I hear someone coming. I hear someone coming. So like someone coming and then you have to shh, shh. So this way hush is to sit. Shh, someone coming. Okay. Next one, dash, Rama or Ram, whatever, Ram, well hit. Well hit. Like somebody is playing and given a good shot. Okay. Played with a good shot. So what you will say? I have written that word here. When you are encouraging or you are approving somebody's action. So what will you say? Bravo. Bravo, Ram. Well hit. Right? Fifth one. Dash, Govind, how are you? So this is something you are asking somebody. So here this expression I have not written here, but you can always guess what you will write. We can say, hello Govind, how are you? Correct? Yes. Then here, next one, dash. Okay, another pen I have to take. You are hurting me. So when you are getting hurt, what we write? You can write ouch. So ouch, you are hurting. So this is the 6 sentences I have given you with the expression. Something you all can do by yourself. So I will be giving you some of the sentences which you will be trying by your own. Dash, you have done well. Now according to the sentence you have to put in the expression. Okay, how the expression is sentence is written, whether it is of anger, excitement, okay, sadness, happiness, right, fear, surprise. That way you are going to write your expression here. Correct? Dash, you will wake the baby. So no answer I am going to give you here because this is for practice I am giving you. Dash, India has won. Then one. What are you doing there? Okay, 6 I did with you, 4 I am giving, so one more I will give, so 5 as a homework practice I am going to give you. Dash, you have stepped on my foot. So with this students, we have completed both the parts of speech. Okay, another parts of speech I have covered in another video. Here we have covered noun and interjection. Interjection very easy. Some of the expression meanings also I have written. Beside this also, if you find something that can fit into it, you can always write. Now we'll be meeting in the next video. Till that time, bye everyone. Hello friends, today we are going to start with new grammar topic, that is conjunctions. Okay, conjunction very easy topic it is, because whatever I am going to teach you, subordinators, coordinators and all, that is just for understanding, but actually when it comes in the exam, so you should know which conjunction where to use. Okay, if you know the rules, it becomes very easy. So conjunction are the words to join words. कभी conjunction use करते हैं when we have to join words, phrases, clauses and sentences, and, but, only, if. So when we are using those conjunction हमें जब words को join करना है, दो phrases को join करना है, two clauses or two sentences, right? You can ask Farah or Shilpa to help you. So here two words are joined here, Farah and Shilpa. Two names are there, two words we have joined with conjunction or, right? Himesh wore a blue t-shirt and a red cap. A blue t-shirt, I'll just underline here so you can understand. These are the two words we have joined with the conjunction or. Or is our conjunction. The word which is used to join two words, phrases, clauses or sentence, उसको बोलेंगे conjunction. Himesh wore a blue t-shirt. A blue t-shirt is a phrase. Okay, group of words. What is phrase? A group of words. A blue t-shirt and a red cap. तो यहाँ पे भी ये है a red cap. So here and is joining two phrases. There can be example of two clauses and two sentences which is joined by a conjunction. So I have taken here two examples for your understanding, right? Now there are different types of conjunction we have. Single word conjunction, compound conjunction and correlative conjunction. So our conjunctions are different word, पर उसको classify किया है. Single word में क्या आता है? They are single word. They are not very big conjunction. Only one word conjunction is there. So because, although, only, till, before, where, as, while, still, unless, until. Single word conjunction, very easy. Okay, then compound conjunction, which is made, the conjunction which is made up of two words. Okay, by forming two words the conjunction is made, is called compound conjunction. दो word को मिला के बनता है, is called as the compound conjunction. Now that, suppose that, provided that, even if. Can you see here two words are joined together and then one conjunction is made, that is called as compound conjunction, right? As long as, in order that. Now here why I have not taken example, because after that same word would be repeated in the coordinators on the basis of the function. तो यहाँ पे आपको only example I have taken. Then further I have written the examples and then exercise also we will be doing, so you will understand. Correlative conjunction. Correlative conjunction, very important to understand. Correlative means what? Here we see that the words are used in pairs. Okay, the conjunction like either or, neither nor. The words which are used in pair, and normally it is used where the sentences, the clauses of same equal importance. Okay, and normally they are placed. ये जो conjunction होते हैं वो कब place होते हैं? They are placed just before the words or a phrases or a sentences or a clauses to which it is correlating. Okay, उसके पहले ही वो place होते हैं, उसके पहले ही हम लगाते हैं उसको. Example, so that, either or, neither nor, both and, scarcely, when, such, that. So what is the meaning of this? Means these two words are used in pair, either or, neither nor, both and, such that, so as. So they are used always in a pair, and when they are used when the sentences clauses of equal importance and they are placed normally before the words they are correlating. वो words के पहले उसको place किया जाता है. Understood? Now on the basis of their function, the conjunctions are classified. तो ये सारे conjunction हमने देखे कि single word conjunction ये सारे हैं, compound conjunction which are made up of two words and correlative conjunction जो pair में use होते हैं. ओके, अब उनके फंक्शन के बेसिस पे वन मोर क्लासिफिकेशन इज देयर. तो यहाँ पे कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है. एज आई टोल्ड यू कि अगर आपको पता है इन विच सेंटेंस विच टाइप ऑफ, आपको इतना डिटेल में नहीं पूछा जाएगा टेल अस द सिंगल वर्ड कंजंक्शन, टेल अस द कंपाउंड कंजंक्शन. नो, बट यू शुड नो व्हेन टू यूज दिस वर्ड्स. ओके, कौन सी सिचुएशन में कौन सा कंजंक्शन यूज करना है, दैट यू शुड नो. वो आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे देन यू विल एबल टू राइट इट. ओके, कंजंक्शन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द फंक्शन उसको बोलेंगे coordinating conjunctions are also called as coordinators. Coordinating conjunction, coordinators. Subordinating conjunctions, subordinators. So यहाँ पे word कौन से याद रखने हैं? Coordinators, subordinators, right? From name only you can make out coordinate करता है, join करता है. Subordinate means one is main and another is little less important. तो subordinate होता है ना? We say no, he has so many subordinators. Subordinators means किसी के अंडर में काम करना. I'm just making you understand the meaning of this two term. Coordinate साथ में, coordinate करना together. Subordinate, one is main and below that subtopic. Topic and subtopic में से एक टॉपिक के अंडर में कोई टॉपिक आता है तो उसको सब टॉपिक बोलते हैं, right? और subordinator main person is there, under him many other people are working. So subordinator same way यहाँ पे subordinator sentences words होंगे that we are going to see. Let us start coordinators. Coordinators क्या करता है? Coordinators is N is literally weird. Coordinators क्या होते हैं? Coordinators, coordinating conjunction, coordinators. Coordinators join two words, phrases, sentences that are of equal rank or similar. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पे it can be single word coordinators, compound word coordinators and correlative conjunction also. So whatever ये basic हमने function ये basic classification देखा कि conjunction single word भी होते हैं, compound word भी होते हैं and they are correlative conjunction. Okay, ये हमने जो क्लासिफिकेशन किया है वो है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर फंक्शन. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि यहाँ पे ये तीनों दोनों में आ सकते हैं. कोऑर्डिनेटर्स में भी सिंगल वर्ड भी आ सकता है, कंपाउंड भी आ सकता है एंड कोरिलेटिव कंजंक्शन आ सकता है. अंडरस्टूड? सो कोऑर्डिनेटर में सिंगल वर्ड कोऑर्डिनेटर जैसे हमारे एंड, इफ, और, बट, येट, ओनली. देन आई हैव रिटन डाउन एल्स, स्टिल, नाइदर, नॉर. सिंगल वर्ड आएगा coordinator. He was angry but controlled himself. He was angry is important and controlled himself. Both are equally important, right? Now compound coordinators, the words which are made up of two words, joining two words. दो word मिलके जो conjunction बना है उसको बोलेंगे compound coordinators. While here with single word, with compound and correlative we are using coordinators because we are talking about coordinators. So here we are not talking about subordinators. Coordinators की बात हो रही है, right? So compound, coordinator, conjunctions. Conjunction तो सारे ही है. So compound coordinators. Join phrases, clauses, sentences like no less than, as soon as. यहाँ पे देखा आपको group of words है. दो वर्ड को मिला के मोर देन टू वर्ड्स भी होता है. नो लेस देन, as soon as well as. I must ask you to resign in as much as I believe you are dishonest. So as much as I am not written because I have used it in the sentence. As much as is also compound coordinator. Understood? both sentence equally important of similar rank. And correlative conjunction में both and not only but also either or neither nor, right? Now here one example I'll write it for you so you can understand. See, let's see, neither the captain nor the coach has arrived. Here do you see both are of similar rank. Captain is also important and coach is also important. The sentences, words, phrases are of equal rank or similar. Okay, the equal rank hai. So this example we have seen. Now here we have seen coordinators. Now we are going to see subordinators. What are subordinators and how it functions, right? Now we are going to see subordinators. Coordinators we have seen, and what I said that in coordinators you have single word coordinator, compound coordinators and correlative coordinators. There are some of the words we have seen, right? Same way, what are subordinators? Subordinators, as I told you that किसी के under में. So you know about the clauses. Two clauses. What are clauses? Clauses which has a finite verb, subject and a finite verb. दो अलग-अलग sentence होते हैं. A clauses जहाँ पे a subject and a finite verb and another sentence where you have a subject and a finite verb. वो दो sentences को जो word join होता है उसको बोलेंगे subordinators. Now ये subordinators क्यों बोला जाता है? क्योंकि वहाँ पे एक main clause रहता है and the other sentence is little inferior to it in the sense that the other sentence is dependent on main clause. Okay? तो उसको डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज बोला जाता है. तो ये क्लॉजेस में सबऑर्डिनेटर्स यूज होता है. लेट अस सी हाउ, देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड. Although the rainy season is over, we get occasional showers now and then. Now here two clauses are there. Although the rainy season is over, this is one clause because the rainy season subject is your finite verb. दोनों सब्जेक्ट भी है फाइनाइट वर्ब भी है तो ये एक क्लॉज हो गया. इट इज वन क्लॉज. ओके. एंड सेकेंड वन इज वी गेट ओकेजनल शावर्स नाउ एंड देन. वी गेट ओकेजनल शावर्स नाउ एंड देन. ओके. तो यहाँ पे है ये आपका अनदर क्लॉज. क्योंकि यहाँ पे भी सब्जेक्ट है एंड शावर्स दैट इज ऑल्सो योर वर्ब. तो ये दो क्लॉजेज है. यहाँ पे मेन क्लॉज क्या है एंड सबऑर्डिनेट और डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज क्या है. तो मेन चीज क्या है दैट वी गेट ओकेजनल शावर्स नाउ एंड देन. ये आपका मेन क्लॉज है. ओके. अब ये आपका डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है. क्यों? ऑल्दो द रेनी सीजन इज ओवर. नाउ इफ आई एम गोइंग टू से दिस, does it make sense? Although the rainy season is over, no, it is dependent on main clause. We get occasional showers and now and then. Okay. तो यहाँ पे जो although है ये आपका क्या है? Conjunction, subordinating conjunction. ये subordinate clause है और ये main clause है. Okay. तो ये sentence कैसे होते हैं? One main idea रहता है उसके साथ जो जुड़ा हुआ रहता है that is the dependent clause. Dependent clause on its own doesn't make a sense. Okay. Now see, some subordinators are here. Whenever the clauses we join with the subordinator कैसे यूज होते हैं? Though, although, that, what, because, before, after, unless, which, whom, how, while, when. Single word subordinators. Single word you have after, although, though. Okay. Once, as, because, before, until, when. All these words. See, before taking on the project, I calculated all the costs involved. Now here, you should keep in mind that whenever the subordinators we are using, okay, the subordinators always subordinate clause के पहले प्लेस करने रहते हैं. अब वो मेन क्लॉज, ये जो सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज है वो आप मेन क्लॉज जो होता है हमारा उसके पहले भी उसको लिख सकते हो, और आइदर आफ्टर मेन क्लॉज आल्सो डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज कैन कम. समझ में आया? जो मैंने आपको बोला कि मेन आइडिया होता है और दूसरा जो क्लॉज होता है वो उस पर डिपेंडेंट होता है. तो डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज कैन बी रिटन इन द बिगनिंग और इट कैन बी रिटन आफ्टर द मेन क्लॉज. ओके, और ये जो सबऑर्डिनेटर है वो ऑलवेज उसका जो सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज है, डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है, उसके पहले प्लेस किया जाता है. दिस मच इज अंडरस्टूड. जब हम डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज को, इफ आई एम राइटिंग फर्स्ट, if dependent clause which is not the main clause, dependent clause, depend है, main sentence पे वो depend है, वो अगर मैं पहले लिखती हूँ then I am going to separate the two clauses by putting comma. I have put here comma, right? क्योंकि मैंने subordinate clause को पहले लिखा है इसलिए I am putting comma. I have written subordinate clause first and that is why I am going to put here comma. But मेन क्लॉज पहले लिखा है, बाद में सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज है, डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है, तो मैं कॉमा नहीं करूंगी. यहाँ पे क्या है? द मेन क्लॉज, आई कैलकुलेटेड ऑल द कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व. आई कैलकुलेटेड ऑल द कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व, ये आपका मेन क्लॉज है. और ये है बिफोर टेकिंग ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट. Now if I am going to say before taking on the project, so you will say ma'am it doesn't make a sense. क्यों? Because ये dependent है, ये clause पे before taking on the project I calculated all the costs involved, उस पे dependent है, right? So ये dependent clause का ये हो गया subordinate. It is also called as subordinating clause and ये हमारा subordinator है, ये हमारा subordinator है. Understood? I hope I am making a sense to you. Whenever I am going to use the subordinated clause first in the sentence, I am going to separate the two clauses by putting the comma. समझ में आया? And there we have seen single word subordinator, compound subordinator. जैसे even though, in order that the group of words to compound, we already learned that. Rather than, so that, as if. Here also you see, even though we had invited Lara, she did not come. Now if I will say, इसको this sentence you forget. Even though we had invited Lara, so it is incomplete. Yes, it is incomplete because it is dependent on the main clause. She did not come. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे my subordinator clause I have written before the main clause and that is why I have separated it with the comma and my subordinator word is even though. So sorry, even though. ठीक है? Compound subordinator, so even though. Then correlative subordinators. Correlative subordinators में कैसे word है? Such that, so that. So two clauses are there. Prabhu was so tired that he fell asleep immediately. Now one thing, have you marked here? Have you marked one thing? Here, comma is not there. Can you see comma here? No, you cannot see comma. यहाँ पे आप comma देखते हो? Yes, यहाँ पे है. Even though we had invited Lara, she did not come because subordinator clause में main clause से I have written prior, उसके पहले लिखा इसलिए मैंने कॉमा से उसको सेपरेट किया है. यहाँ पे बिफोर टेकिंग ऑन द प्रोजेक्ट सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज आई हैव रिटन बिफोर द मेन क्लॉज, दैट इज व्हाई आई हैव यूज्ड कॉमा एंड आई हैव सेपरेटेड देम. हियर आल्सो subordinate clause, although the rainy season is over, I have written before the main clause and that is why I have separated it with the comma. But here I have written the main clause first and then the subordinate clause. Prabhu was so tired, that is the main sentence. Prabhu was so tired was the main sentence. Then the subordinate clause I have written. So tired that he fell asleep immediately. If I will say he fell asleep immediately. No. Does it make a sense? He means who? So Prabhu was so tired that he fell asleep immediately. तो यहाँ पे हमारा correlative subordinated है so that, and here it is the first main clause is written and then the subordinate clause. So this was only the topic conjunction. We have completed here the theory part. Okay. Thank you.